Hello my pottery friends, and welcome back to Willow's Southwest Studio. Oh boy, today I've got a super fun firing plan for today. It's going to be a reduction firing, and not just any reduction firing. I'm planning on firing this here Tularosa replica. Oh my goodness, is this crazy beautiful or what, guys? This is actually part of Andy Ward's Ancient Pottery Challenge for this season. It was one pot that definitely caught my attention. I said, wow, I saw that and I said, this would be an awesome pot to replicate. Andy just recently fired his pot about a week ago and he had some super awesome success. So congratulations on that, Andy. That jar is just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I just was on pins and needles waiting for the final results on that thing, and I'm so glad yours turned out, my friend. And thanks so much for creating this challenge. This was definitely not an easy paint job. It took me about 6 hours to paint this crazy thing, but I had so much fun doing it. All we're down to is the final last step, and that's firing this crazy thing to complete the challenge. So I got my fingers crossed. This thing's gonna turn out. Hopefully it won't blow up, and hopefully we can reduce this red iron paint into a beautiful, wonderful black. So let's get right to it. And as always, the first thing I like to do is dig a small pit. This pit, we're gonna be digging about 1.5 feet. It's gonna be a really nice wide one. So we're gonna make sure it's pretty deep, and that way we can bury everything really well. So we'll get this dug out right now. Ugh. These darn cats. Good thing I noticed that. Look at that. Oh, that's not. Oh. And again, we're looking for something that's going to be at least a 1.5 feet. Some wood here. And we're going to give this a good warm-up firing. All right, I got here my old Sinawa peace pipe starter, and we'll just light this up. Beautiful. All right, we will just set you right here, my friend, so you can warm up nicely. Beautiful. All right, we'll come back in just a little bit. So for my members on this channel, you guys probably already know what this is. I've been experimenting around with this little thing for a little while. But if you're not, basically what this is, it's just a pookie with 3 little legs attached to it. And what I'm planning on doing is putting the jar up here. And I've found that this kind of helps combat my carbon issues because I get plenty of airflow under here. Even though I use pottery furniture, which stacks it up, I don't know, maybe it's just in my imagination. If you guys have any ideas, put a comment below and let me know what you think. But the last 3 experiments I've done with this, I've had some really beautiful pure white firings. I don't know if this has a role in it or what, but ever since I started using this, it has definitely created some awesome results. So I had to remake a new one just for this jar that I'm going to be firing, since it is a really big size one. The one I've been using before is only like half the size of this. So that's what this is, and this is going straight at the bottom. Once that pre-fire warm-up dies out, I'll show you how I set that up. All right, we got our jar over here and our pre-warm-up fire going really good. Just going to keep an eye on this fire for a bit. I'm going to be rotating this jar around to make sure it warms up nice and evenly all throughout this pre-warm-up fire. I'm going to put this cover sherd down here first. That's going to kind of protect this new pookie slash stand that I made. Oh boy. This thing's crazy. Just kind of squeeze that in between those pottery bricks. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, here comes the scary part. You never know if it's going to be too hot and shatter the pot. Oh, all right, there we go. Just place that right on top of there. As you can see, I'm doing something a little bit different this time. I'm putting the pot up right side up. Usually I flip it upside down. So we're going to put it this way. And now I'm going to start stacking some cover sherds. I'm going to make sure it gets plenty of coverage. I've got a bunch to work with, which is nice. Today I'm going to be using juniper wood. Oh boy, this is some good stuff. Nice and thick. We should get a nice long burn. And here I've got it all stacked out. Just beautiful. Oh boy. Like I said, I'm aiming for a good hour of firing at least. Just going to have a good old time out here. Oh man, it's already starting to smoke. Just look at that. Wow. Oh boy. The smoke though always blows my direction. Now we'll just dump some lighter fluid on this to help it out. Get the combustion going. The old Sanawa peace pipe starter. Here we go. Oh, boom. We are lit. Oh man. Well, let's hope it continues the course. I'm going to let this thing ramp up. We'll come back and check on this in a moment. Oh boy, here we are. We've got a nice fire going. Looks like that one side is lit better than the other, but it's looking pretty good. This is going to take a while for it to fully combust though, because these logs are so thick. But it's looking really beautiful right now. All right, here we are with a really ramped up fire. Let's take some temperature readings on this crazy thing. This is looking really good though right now. Ah, just beautiful. We're in the 400s. Still got a little ways to go before it fully ignites and heats up, but it's looking really beautiful right now. Wow. Oh, this backside though, look at that. Well, that is pretty wild. We got some decent temperature readings over here, and wow. I just hope this does it because I've only got this much wood. I don't have backup plan B for this firing. Got to make do with what we've got here. So this fire is really ramped up really well. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes, let it fully warm up and take a couple temperature readings. It's looking really beautiful overall though right now. I am using juniper wood, so I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to hit in the 850s with this firing. It looks like a monster right now, and I'm just, wow. Flames are shooting everywhere. I should probably getting this actually on film. It's gonna be a really awesome firing, at least I'm hoping it is. I'm just worried that that one side may burn out a little bit quicker than the other side, but only time will tell. And oh my goodness, yikes. I hope I brought a battery for my thermal gun because I'm definitely gonna need that. I better figure that out now before I'm scrambling to find that battery. So I'm gonna let this warm up and we'll take those temperature readings, assuming I've got that battery. Oh, we got some nice temperatures. We're in the 700s, upper 600s. The core still hasn't hit the temperature I want yet, but we're getting there. Give it a little more time. This is looking pretty good though. What about over here? So our fire is fully ramped up now. It is looking absolutely beautiful here. Just look at this. Oh, no smoke hardly emitting from it at all. It is just expunging all that oxygen from it. This is just beautiful. I'm loving this one. Trying to get a peek in over here to see if I can see. It's just too much wood in the way. We'll just let it continue to burn itself and then we'll smother it. Well, the fire's all smothered out. It went a little bit unexpected. The big problem that I had encountered was that it was so high up, and a lot of that wood burned out from the top and dropped to the bottom, so the top was definitely cooler than the bottom. This is going to be a great test because when I unbury the thing, if the top is red and the bottom may be black, well, that could be a sign that the heat fluctuation could be a factor in the reduction firings, but only time will tell. I'm gonna let this sit for at least three and a half hours, let it really cool down. The fire was, I would say it was mediocre. We only hit about 850. It wasn't as hot as I wanted it to be, and it did not last for even a minute at that temperature. It went out really quick. I wish I had an extra bundle of that wood just to keep it going for a lot longer, but it is what it is. We'll come back in about 3.5 hours and cross our fingers, of course. Find something to do and hope for the best. I'll see you back in about 3 hours, guys. And here's a quick update on my little garden that I planted this year. Got this beautiful corn growing, some squash, and boy, last week when I checked on this, well, I guess you're doing a little bit better there, my little bean friend. Yeah, you didn't look like you were growing that much, but you do have another little leaf on you this time. That's cool. I'm excited about this crazy little garden. Well, my friends, it's been a little over 3 hours. Boy, there's always plenty of housework to be done around the house, so that time went by really quick, including that crazy, really big, monstrous black widow that I happened to stumble across. Oh boy. Well, let's go check and see what the damage is with this pot. Oh boy, this is always my favorite part. It's time to unbury this thing. I've been chipping away some of the layers on this to reveal the cover sherds, so there was a lot more dirt on this earlier. But I figured this would be a great spot to continue on. Our temperature reading is only 54. That cooled down pretty well, especially since it's been sitting in the sun for a while. Let's try it carefully. I don't want to damage my precious cover sherds. They're in such short supply for me right now. I don't feel like making any more. Oh. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that black on here. Oh, we got a temperature of 54°C. That is just nice. Oh my goodness. Let's try and get this. Ugh, come on. Whoa. This is crazy, guys. Just look at that. So I got most of the cover sherds removed and most of the dirt collapsed in. This is the craziest thing ever, guys. Wow. There's my crown I kept on. This prevents the dirt from getting inside, and oh my goodness. I'm on cloud 9 right now. Look at that. Oh, it's still a little bit warm to touch, even at 50°C. Gently take you out. Oh, this is so awesome. This is like the earth giving birth to something beautiful. Look at this. Whoa, look at, oh my goodness. This is just crazy, guys. Oh, look at this. Wow. Well, guys, just check this beautiful pot out. Oh my goodness, this is the craziest thing I have ever made. Oh, wow. It is a little bit of carbon on it. As you can see, it's not as pure white, but I actually really like this. This is actually reminiscent of quite a number of sherds I have from this area where it has this kind of color to it. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I would have liked it to have been a little bit whiter, but I am super happy with this. This is, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Look at the blacks on this. So these are some really deep blacks. I'm starting to think smothering at a higher temperature is gonna recreate these really nice blacks. The catch-20 on that is going to be you're going to have a little bit of carbon in the smothering process. I've not been able to work that out. The last several firings I've done have been in the low 500s, and they come out super clean, almost like a blinding ghost white. But the blacks just aren't as vibrantly black as this is. So finding that happy medium has definitely become the quest for me to discover. Oh, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. Hours and hours of paint paid off. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm on cloud 9 with this. This is so cool. This is going straight on my shelf. I'm gonna take a couple of pictures of it, and oh boy, what a wonderful day. Best day ever. And one more thing before I sign off, I wanted to quickly show you guys the results of this little stand that I made earlier. I'm using that Pookie and the 3 little legs. I don't know if that played any role in the carbon or not. I don't think it did, unfortunately. I should have just used some pottery furniture to keep it elevated instead of wasted my time on making this. But one curious thing is I used some really bad clay from around the Tucson area that fires to a reddish color. And this is the power of reduction firing right here, guys. Look how this is just completely reduced. This isn't quite carbon. You can definitely tell on this side. Remember how it was super breathable? Nothing fell on it, nothing obscured to it. It just, when you get a really good reduction firing, it either turns white or to a beautiful gray color. And that red reduced to this beautiful dark gray. You can see where there is some carbon, where it has that blackish, and you can see the transition lines here. So that kind of gives its purpose away right there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, my friends, I really hope you enjoyed watching this reduction firing today. Once again, I want to thank you, Andy, so much for the challenge. This thing is crazy. It really pushed my painting skills, something I definitely need a lot of improvement on. And I just had so much fun with this project. I hope some other people contributed to this challenge of yours as well. It's always awesome to see other people's projects. All right, that about wraps it up for today's firing. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button and helping this channel grow. And if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All right, my friends, hope to see you in the next video. Till next time.